Hi, my name is Jeffrey Emperly, and I am a secondary education major as well as a minor in coaching education. And COVID really affected me right as schools started shutting down because right as that happened, my senior baseball season got canceled, and that really hurt. And then come to find out, my summer season also would get canceled. So COVID really affected me with that. Baseball was my dream. I wanted to go play college baseball at one time, and it really sucked because I didn't have my last two seasons to show what I needed to do and like how to get out there, and it really sucked. But after that, I grew up a little, and I was like, you know what, baseball is not gonna be my life forever. So I got a job. I worked 6 months straight at this job, got a lot of money while going to school online because why not work and go to school, make it work. I made it work, and it helped a lot because I had an income and I could spend money. I had money for school, and then when school came along, I initially was all for staying at school, not living on campus, not living at home, which I wanted to do first semester. And then come to find out, my roommate would drop out, and that really affected me physically, mentally. When and I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And originally I was a business major, and I was like, I miss sports. I'm gonna miss sports the rest of my life, and sports are like my favorite thing. So that's why I switched to secondary education and coaching education. So once I got to school, it was weird. I wanted to get that college experience, but we couldn't really do that. So it sucked, and now this second semester I'm gonna live at home, save some money, work a little bit, and do school from home. But what I really like about what UW Whitewater has done is help. The professors are very helpful. All that I have, no matter what, they're getting back to you right away, the fastest they can, and I feel that they do a really good job on that, and they're doing a really good job in everything. And what I really hope for next year's freshmen to get is fully in person, because honestly, the online classes are really hard for me at least to like pay attention to like actually do stuff. And if you're in person, the teachers are going to be a little more on you. They can actually like see what you're doing. And I believe that if we can eventually get past this COVID, hopefully it goes away, and we can get better in school and hopefully be an all person, get that college experience.
Hi, my name is JT. I'm a freshman at UW Whitewater with a business major. And when COVID hit, it was like, it really wasn't that bad. But yet, schools closed down, and my parents didn't let me like go anywhere, even when there was like 100 cases. So that was the biggest part of COVID for me was the first like month, even though it wasn't that bad. And then the place where I worked closed down, so I didn't have a job for 3 months, so I had to cut down on spending. And then my parents eventually let me leave and go out and hang out with friends. And then when college started, obviously I was really looking forward to doing like intramural sports and stuff and like hang out with a bunch of people, but that never happened because I just never got out and everything was canceled. All my classes were online, and I just moved out, and it was online is was a lot easier than the in-person classes for me because it was a lot easier to like understand them, and you had the notes like ready to be accessed, and that really didn't the online classes didn't affect me that much because I actually enjoyed them. But I hope for the incoming freshmen for next year, either you guys either have fully online or fully in person, because then it makes that decision so much easier on if you want to go there or if you want to stay home. Because I had that issue the first semester because I had half and half to start, and then halfway through mine all went online, and I was stuck in my room for most of the time. So yeah, I hope you guys have a really nice next year, and it is really fun.
COVID's impact on my life was first off when it first came down to like the lockdowns. I wasn't able to leave my house outside of work and for some other things like to get food, as well as then school going mostly online, which then forced me to discuss whether I should go to school and live on campus or just stay home and do most of my schooling online, which I ended up doing, which did save me a lot of money. So I was kind of glad about that. That was like one positive to not living on campus. I saved a lot of money. But then compared to like the in-person classes as well, I seem to have learned a little bit more on my own for this year, which was kind of nice because it was like different for high school. I got to learn on my own, especially my math class. I seemed to use my textbook a lot more while using class time to learn. Attentiveness was super important for me. You have to be able to stay focused while being online. It's a lot harder when you're sitting not in the classroom because you can just get up and walk away from your computer, which was some tough to get used to, but then you just get used to it and you just have to stick through it. And then key things for me were just using a calendar, keeping track of all the assignments when they were due, making sure to update it if there's like any changes, assignments being like changed. Canvas to-do list, that was super helpful on like the app. It would just tell you what was due like within a certain amount of time, like what was due today. Like it was mostly just let me know what I had to make sure I had done for that day, as well as staying ahead. You just want to be able to keep the assignments just not piling up to where one day you're sitting down for 10 hours just doing 20 assignments because you left them all later. It was nice being able to have the calendar and the to-do list to make sure I was getting everything done on time, but also keeping ahead so I didn't get backed up with all my schoolwork. With how this semester went, and I assume second semester is going to be very similar, if not different, I hope that like next year, especially for the kids coming in freshman year, that they don't have to experience this, to where they can go on campus, live, and have that dorm life compared to others that couldn't. And it just should get better just for everybody. Everybody should just want it to get better outside of just having that college experience.
Hey, this is Drew Pavich, a freshman at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. And I'm here to reflect on my freshman year of college. College wasn't, as I'd pictured from previous years because of COVID, obviously. But it was pretty nice. I didn't go out much besides for classes, and, I only joined one club, which was fun. But it was really hard for me to, like, justify going out and doing stuff. Because I was going home so often, I went home like every other weekend. And, it wasn't bad. Classes were pretty weird. I don't know how they'd go on, like regularly. So it's kind of hard to picture what I'm missing out on and stuff like that. But online classes aren't that bad. I mean, a lot worse things that would happen. I don't mind it. COVID wasn't that bad. I mean, besides all the deaths, that was not very good. But, like, as in terms of my freshman year of college experience, it was, kind of delayed by COVID. But not even that. Job. I was going to get a job down in Whitewater. But because of the break, because of, like, going all online September 20th, I wanted to do the break thing, so I didn't get a job. Or I applied for one and they didn't hire me because of the break. So that was pretty unfortunate. So I guess hopefully things will get better when COVID's gone. Hopefully COVID gets gone. So for incoming freshmen, cherish the year you have because it goes fast.